Good morning, good morning, good morning. What are you proud of today? All right, my friends, good morning. How the heck are you on this fine Thursday morning? I am broadcasting all over the place. So as always, I will be looking left and I will be looking right. Welcome to Men Up with Mike. My name is Mike Cameron, and I will be your host. This is the show where we talk all things leadership, personal development, men's mental health, and we tend to do it through the lens of what it means to be a dude. And I'm actually really excited to have this conversation today. Today, I've actually got some props that we are going to talk about a little bit later in the show. So stick with me, and I will share with you. Yeah, look at this. We got props today. We got props. So I am going to have a challenge for you guys today, and we'll see what you come up with for it. And I'm actually really excited about this one. This has come up for me a lot this week. Drop me a note in the comments and let me know you are here. And good morning. Anne wants that jar. It is a great little jar. It started off as a coffee bean jar, and I've actually moved to something different. So this actually hit me last night as we were talking in our men's group about this very topic. This, what are you proud of? Hey, good morning, Neil. Good morning, Shane. How are you guys doing over on the website, mikecameron.ca? If you guys have not signed up on the website yet, I would appreciate it if you would do that. I will be giving away a book by year end for everybody that is a registered member of mikecameron.ca. There are some... Hey, good morning, Anne. Anne is everywhere. Anne is over on the website as well. Thank you, Anne. I love it when you guys are over there chatting. That makes my heart swell with pride. That is something I'm proud of. So today I want to talk a little bit, and I want you to think about, what are you proud of? And when I say that, I talk in the context of, what are you proud of yourself for? So let's talk a little bit about why that's important. The reason it's important for us to take a little bit of time to acknowledge what we are proud of ourselves for is because, and especially as men, especially as guys that want to get shit done and want to do. Hey, good morning, Russell. Good morning, Aaron. As men that always want to move forward, as men, we're typically looking for that next thing, that next accomplishment. And what can happen then is we come up with this lack of self-worth. One of the largest barriers that I've seen in the men that I work with is this lack of self-worth, this feeling of unworthiness, which prevents us from performing at our best, which prevents us from doing some of the things we might like to do, because we feel that we're not worthy of success in that realm, or else we become self-sabotaging and we beat ourselves up. We do things to get in our own way, and it all stems from this lack of self-worth. So this is why it's incredibly important for us, especially as guys, to take some time and reflect on the things that we can be proud of. And when I talk about the things we're proud of ourselves, I'm not talking about just making a list of accomplishments. I'm talking about finding things that you are actually proud of yourself for doing, being, or accomplishing. And those can be different things, and different things for different people. We were talking about this last night in our men's group. For me to show up, every weekend I run at least a half marathon. For many people, that would be something they would be incredibly proud of. For me, that's just table stakes. In fact, if I don't run that distance on the weekend, It's been a bad weekend for me. So it's not something I'm proud of. Certainly it's an accomplishment. But when I look back and I look at, and last week you may have seen, or this week, I crossed the 3,000 kilometer mark in running for the year. So I'm incredibly proud of myself for having the discipline to run consistently enough that I've put in 3,000 kilometers. What's that, 2,000 miles? Something like that? Almost 2,000 miles that I've put in this year. That's something I'm incredibly proud of. But again, for most of us men, we're always looking at what is that next milestone? What's that next thing we want to accomplish? And very rarely do we sit, pause, and reflect on what are we actually proud of? So my question for you today is, what are you proud of for yourself, in yourself, this week? Can you name something that you are proud of yourself for this week? I think you might find it's a lot harder than it sounds. What are some of the things that you are proud of this week? What are some of the things that you are proud of in 2020 for yourself? Not proud of others' accomplishments. What things are you proud of for yourself? Aaron is proud of his 2,175 push-ups this morning. Damn rights, man. Shane set his goal at 1,000 kilometers, and he's at almost 1,200. Feeling pretty good about that. Are you feeling pretty good about that? Or are you feeling proud of that, Shane? I hope you're feeling proud of that, because that's a big accomplishment. That's a big milestone. But see, you'll find even in the language that we use, we tend to diminish what we do. So even that, and Shane, I don't know, I don't mean to pick on you, but the feeling pretty good about these things is still different from, you know what, I'm fucking proud of the fact that I did this. Garth is proud of 35 and a half months sober. Yes. Yes. And I was able to squat, not a big thing for many, but huge for her. Absolutely. That's something to be proud of. Pride in yourself is not a comparison game. It's not, I'm proud because this compared to something else. Shane, nothing wrong with a little humility, for sure. For sure. I don't have a problem with humility. Humility is one of my values for sure. The challenge I run into, or I see with humility, is it becomes an excuse for us to diminish what we do. And that feeling of self-worth can diminish because of that. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Not necessarily about bragging about all the things we've done, but internally, what is the language you use with yourself? Do you say to yourself, I'm damn proud of that? Or do you say, oh, I'm feeling pretty good about that? Because there's a difference. So yeah, absolutely. I'm not suggesting you need to go out and boast, but be aware of the self-talk. Neil, have that issue. I feel uncomfortable with giving myself credit. Why is that? Yeah, again, it's really, really hard. I'm not entirely sure the psychology behind it, but it's important for that sense of self-worth for us to acknowledge that. So my challenge for you today is to take some time, sit down, and reflect on 2020 and actively make a list of the things you are proud of yourself for. Again, not things you're proud of others for, but what are some of the things you're proud of yourself for? Shane's going to put up a billboard around town. Ditch the humility. I like it. I like it. I think you'll find that this exercise is much more difficult than you might expect. You know, this came up. One of the guys I work with had a conversation with his partner, and she said to him, "You must be proud." And it really took him back. And he's like, it was just uncomfortable. So one of the exercises, and Michelle, if you're watching, this is something I'd like us to do, is to, on a regular basis, maybe once a week, sit down with your partner, and rather than tell them what you're proud of in them, tell them what you're proud of in yourself. And see if you can do that. Again, it doesn't have to be a billboard boasting, but it is important to acknowledge to ourselves what we're proud of in ourselves. Again, the biggest thing that I see holding people back is that lack of internal self-worth. We need to make it an active practice to get over that. We've got enough things bombarding us, telling us we're not worthy. Organizations, companies spend billions of dollars marketing, telling you you're not worthy unless you drink a Coke, unless you have the latest clothing, unless you have the best shoes. We are bombarded with messages telling us we're not good enough. Unless, of course, you buy my product. So we really need to actively counter that. Recognize that, again, we are bombarded with this, you're not good enough. It may be subtle, but it's there. All of those marketing messages, every single one of them, is telling you that you're not good enough unless you buy our product. You're not good enough, so you need more makeup. You're not good enough, you need my cologne. You're not good enough, you need my product or service. Aaron says he's guilty. Russell says our company has done 4 sales calls and we got 4 sales. I'm proud of following the plan that has been set out in front of my family. It just feels damn good and just right. Nice, Russell. I love it. I love it. Gord Ross, good morning, brother. How are you, man? What are you proud of today? Gord Ross, what are you proud of today? Again, it's such an important thing to do, but again, for men, it's so hard for us to do it. So let's talk about my props. Let's talk about the jar. Let's talk about the Post-it notes. For me, one of the things that I'm incredibly proud of is that this is episode 178. All right, I'm going to show you my mess. That's still not quite going to work. So what I am going to start to do is I'm going to take these little sticky notes and I am going to write down, starting with, I am proud that episode 178. And what's the date today? The date is December 17th. So I'm just going to do that. I am proud that I'm at episode 178 on December 17th. I should put the year because I'm going to do this for the entire year. I'm going to drop that in my little jar. I'm going to leave this jar on my desk. And I am going to endeavor every day to write down something I'm proud of. And again, not just something I've accomplished. Gord Ross, not about pride in other people. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. But what are you proud of for you? What are you proud of in yourself? That's a much harder question. Jackie says, I let my nervous and shyness get in the way of my singing. Yeah, so what if we practiced acknowledging the areas in our life that we're proud of? Jackie, are you proud of your singing? I would love to hear you sing someday. I would love to hear you sing someday. So my challenge for you is to take some time and actively look back at 2020 and acknowledge some of the areas of your life that you're proud of for yourself. It was interesting because this topic first came up when Michelle and I were having a conversation. We rewatched my 2019 year in review video. And it was like, when I look back on 2019, I'm incredibly proud of what 2019 looked like. You know, January of 2019, I ran 24 hours. I ran 100 miles. February, we went to Costa Rica. I ran a 6-day, 235-kilometer stage race for my birthday. In March, what did we do in March? I did something big in March. In April, I went on a 5-day sailing trip and did a filmmaking workshop. May, I can't remember what I did. I did Sinister 7. I did Canadian Death Race. I spent some time with the family. There were just so many incredible things in 2019. And I'd made a comment to Michelle, like, holy crap, I don't know what 2020 year in review video is going to look like, because there's not a lot of things that I've done. And she said, are you kidding me? She said, look back and think about all the things that you've got to be proud of in 2020. And it was interesting for me because I would have completely written off 2020 as, you know what, I didn't do anything. But when I actually look back and see some of the things that I've accomplished, having these conversations with you is part of them. There are a lot of things that I'm incredibly proud of. One thing I'm proud of today that's going to make me want to wrap up here is I am starting a new interview series. I'm interviewing organizations that are doing an exceptional job in the area of employee wellness. I'm calling it Leading with Wellness. And I have the privilege of interviewing the CEO of First Canadian Title today, FCT. They have, I think, 900 employees, and they do an incredible job of taking care of their people. So I'm incredibly proud that I will be launching that in the new year. And I need your help. If you know of any organizations that do a really good job of taking care of their people, taking care of the wellness and mental health of their employees, I would love, love, love to talk to them. Gord is proud of a massive life shift to a healthy lifestyle. I took control of my life in a big way. Health, family, and happiness are everything. Grateful every day. Nice. Way to go, Gord. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I love it. So yeah, if you know of an organization that does an exceptional job taking care of the wellness of their people, I would love to hear about it, because I'm going to put together, like I said, an interview series. And that is starting today at 9:30. So I need to go prep for that. I have some notes on First Canadian Title here and Michael LeBlanc and some of the things they're doing. So I'm really, really, really excited to have a conversation with him, because they're doing some incredible things within their organization to take care of their people. And I'm looking forward to highlighting organizations that are doing a great job with that, and B, sharing some best practices so that others can learn from the leadership of individuals like Michael. All right, my friend, as always, continue to make beautiful shit happen. Have yourself a fantastic day.